Hey, I just wanted to drop by and talk to you guys for a little while. I saw this post earlier today, and about as soon as it was posted in the group, people started posting snide remarks and negative comments and just a bunch of mess. And it left me wondering. Is there something that you don't understand? The lady starts out by saying, put yourself in my shoes for 1 second. Okay? She's talking about going through a battle of cancer. And I recall seeing her live video where she was sharing that it was a situation where when they went in, they got all of the cancer out. She didn't have to go through chemotherapy or anything. She talked about how she had cut her hair herself because she was preparing and gearing up to fight the battle of her life, cancer, where it's possible that she could have died. So she said, no, I'm not going to go out this way. I'm going to go out on my terms. I'm cutting my hair, and I'm going to approach this thing my way, fighting. I also remember seeing a post where she was talking to Kanika, and they were saying they were going to fight it together. Okay, but let's go back to what she said in the beginning. Put yourself in her shoes. Have you had to fight for your life? And then, because of her faith, God brought her through that. They tell her they got all the cancer, and now her life is given back to her. That's enough of a roller coaster ride all by itself. Then here's where betrayal steps in. You're with somebody and you think that this God sent this man to me. It's not a situation where I'm going to just talk the way I've been reading, the way you guys talk, because this is not my lingo, but I'm going to just come on and let you hear what I hear from you. Okay? This is not a situation where she's after dick. She's in a relationship. She's fighting for her life. And in the midst of this, she's saying, a little over a week later, the mother's man that she thought was a godsend left her because he was not strong enough to hold her down. So it's a situation where it's like, okay, I gotta think about, I'm about to die. Then the person I thought that was gonna be there, he can't handle it. He can't hold it down. And then less than 2 weeks later, she loses her daughter. And not only does she lose her daughter, but she loses her daughter in a low down and foul way. And we still trying to get to the bottom of that. Okay. And so now I remember when I first saw her on TV and she was asking people to help her find her daughter. She didn't know what had happened to her. And I mean, no disrespect by this at all, okay? But I remember how to me, she just looked so helpless. And she's a young woman. This woman is, I mean, I'm 63. She's 44. And so I think I can say she sort of just reminded me of a little girl saying, please help me. You know, I lost my daughter. But the thing I love about her is she was out there on it. She was on her business. She didn't wait. She didn't say, well, honey, I mean, I got to finish my good night's sleep. And when I get up and, no, she got up and she went looking for her daughter. Okay. And so she's asking for help and she doesn't know what to do. She's asking, well, what would you do? What do you suggest? Okay. And so you have to think about where people come from, too. That's another thing. If you are in an environment where 100+ people per weekend get killed all around you, you need to recognize that's going to do something to your psyche. That's going to mess with you. I don't live in Chicago. But I remember seeing the pictures of Kanika in that freezer. And because of the way society has us, it didn't faze me in the least. And I had to catch myself and say, God, I mean, I'm looking at a dead person. I should have a stronger reaction than this. But society and all the mess and all the times our people are getting shot to death as of late, like we're animals. I mean, it's just like my conscience is seared. It's just like, it's just another one. And that's how they're treating us. Like we just another nigga. Next. No, but see, that's where her strength comes in. Because she's had to deal with trying to figure out what happened to her daughter. She's been mistreated and poorly handled by policemen by putting her out of a hotel where her daughter is up in there someplace. And she's calling on y'all, peace, peace. Okay. She's had to deal with freedom fighters who is just another offspring of Al Sharpton or a Jesse Jackson about that money. And then gonna try to guilt her into doing what they want her to do, okay? And it's like she has to finally put her foot down after one of the relatives of Jedediah jumps in and says, hey, don't be giving him your money. He's scamming you, okay? And so then she backs off and everybody's going, why she stopping? Why she stopping? Because she didn't want to be involved in that. And she's, yes, asking for help, but she ain't asking for more trouble. Many of you call yourself Christians, okay? And I like this little saying here, mirror, mirror on the wall, do you see Christ in me at all? Would you be able to deal with all of this collusion? You got the mayor and the governor and the chief of police and the hotel owner and all of them related and this and that and the other. And you got the organ trafficking place that's got the same address as the hotel. And then you got alleged gangs that's working with the hotel to traffic organs. And then you got people who is smiling in your face and then stabbing you in the back, okay? But this woman is still saying, peace, peace, And so now you got somebody who wants to dig in her business, dig in her business. Again, I'm going to be real with you. Let the first person who's never been a hoe in this world, male or female, let that first person who's never been a hoe throw the first stone. We all got problems up in here. Ain't none of us perfect. Ain't none of us perfect. But the thing is that you are so narrow. Your vision is so narrow. Okay? It's not anything wrong with trying to help and find the justice for Kanika. But if you would step back for a minute and look at the bigger picture, you would see God is working in this mess. I came on here a while back and I said, you know what? I can tell you this, that Kanika Jenkins fulfilled her destiny. She accomplished what he sent her down here to do. And the reason why I know that is because if you look at the timing of things, and many of you guys have tunnel vision just on this one case, but I strongly suggest that you back that thing up and you better start looking around and seeing what else is going on at the same time. Because this organ trafficking and sex trafficking is from the very top down. And this little beautiful lady with the most beautiful smile in the world to me is the one that said, oh no, world, my spirit is so strong that even though the Lord took me up out of here, I got people staying up at night trying to figure this stuff out because God is tired of it. And the blood is crying up to him. And so while you guys are smelling all in the cracks and crevices trying to find something on people, check this out. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the call. You remember that he loved us first. He knew what we were. And he sent Jesus to die on the cross so that we would be qualified to work with him and his plan. And he said, if you believe, come on in. I'm going to use you, and it may hurt, but come on in. I got you. And that's what I believe happened with Miss Kanika. So do you see Christ in you with how you talking about this woman? Sometimes, you can tell by what comes out of people's mouth what they are really like. And I'm not talking about somebody who's been pushed up in the corner and they come out cussing you out. I'm talking about continually, every day. How much evil is coming out of you? People see it. They see you. So it's one thing for somebody to lie to you. But the worst thing in the world is when you start lying to yourself. Don't be one of those who, when you get before God and he says, depart from me, I never knew you. Don't be one saying, oh, but Jesus, I did this for you. And oh, but Jesus, I did that for you. And he gonna say, yeah, but you didn't love my daughter. Okay? She's a sister. She was your sister. You didn't love her. You didn't cover her. No, I don't know you, because I wouldn't have handled it that way. Do you remember the woman who was caught in the act of adultery? Her accusers couldn't throw the stone. And then Jesus looked at her and says, where's your accusers? And she says, they're all gone, my Lord. And he says, well, I don't accuse you. Go and sin no more. But a lot of you guys are coming off holier than thou. And you need to check yourself. I want to say this too. God can turn obstacles into opportunities. At first, we were all coming together, and that's a good thing. But then the devil got in it, and he started saying, them niggas ain't gonna ever get it together. I can just go on back to business as usual. And the next thing you know, we hear about this slavery mess in Libya. It wasn't too long ago, Negroes, when our ancestors was on ships and the stuff started out just like this. And if we don't get our act together soon, what's going to happen to us now? I'm here to tell you, I ain't going to be nobody's slave. I ain't nobody's slave. I ain't going back. But if we don't get it together now, ain't no telling what we gonna have to do to keep this mess up out of here. You're gonna have to stop going in your little gangs and fighting and killing each other. You're gonna have to stop that. Because this mess is real. And if they can get you fighting and cussing each other out and wishing the worst for each other and talking all kinds of trash, we're going to be just like this if they could let it, if we let it happen. But we'll have to go and deal with this mess again. And I ain't having it. I'm telling you right now, this black woman ain't having it. But look at this mess. And we can't respect a woman who's grieving. Every time she turns around, here's what I hear coming out of her mouth. I forgive you. I forgive you. But my own people are hurting me. I won't forget. I'm praying that not only will she forgive, but she will also forget. Because it ain't nothing but the devil. It ain't nothing but the devil. And I'm saying, Sister Teresa, hold on. Hold on. Because I'm praying with you. And just like this little saying says, prayer is the cure for a confused mind, a weary soul, and a broken heart. And so I'm just asking you guys to just get a grip here. Get a grip. It's time to get back together. It's time to stick with our own. I had a little video clip that I made, and I said, black men, black women need you. It's not about sex. It's about family. We need you guys to come home. It's killing us to give birth to you and then see you shot down in the street. It's killing us women, us black women, to give birth to you and listen to some of you talk about us as though we were less than a dog. It's killing us as black women who give birth to you, that you talk about us like we're nothing. Yet we cry when you're shot down in the street. We're the ones who's all but pulling out our hair when people are shooting you just because they knocked out car light or something like that to do something to you. We're the ones who, if, as soon as we hear about you being in jail, we get scared because it's like, Lord, we got to do everything we can to get him up out of there because he may not come out alive. You are talented. You are intelligent. You can do anything. We are good people. We have great hearts and we love and we're forgiving and we're loyal to a fault as a people. That's the reason why everybody else around us is still alive, and that's just the truth. But you can push anything and anybody too far. I'm telling you, get this mess together now before it's too late. And yes, I would like to see justice for Kanika just like the rest of you. But don't let this case and the tricks that these people in Rosemont are playing get you to a point where you're neglecting your own family. And you're not aware of what's going on around you in this country and outside this country. If a nuclear bomb hit either one of our coasts, are you ready for it? If the banking shut down tomorrow, are you ready for it? You're not sleeping at night trying to figure out this case, but are you not sleeping at night trying to figure out how you're going to prepare for your family in case everything hits the fan? In case your house gets blown up, in case there's radiation all around, in case there's no more food in the grocery store, in case there's no more clean water. Are you ready for that now? Do you recognize it can happen now? Do you recognize that little dude over there, they call him Mr. Rocket Man in North Korea, has fired more missiles now? It's time to quit playing games. All that mess ain't cute no more. It's time for us to get together as a black people and support each other. And get off of Miss Teresa Martin's back. Because it could be your dead baby. And what would we find if we started going in your stuff? We start pulling stuff out your closet.